Okay, good evening, everybody. Call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Have we had a chance to review the minutes?
We have motion to accept.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Those are accepted. Department heads and committees, we have Ed Buckley, our highway superintendent. Come on down, Ed.
Good evening. I have a few updates from the highway department. We'll start out talking about winter and snow and ice, and although the snow's pretty much melted off at this point, we've actually had 6 to 7 events where we had to do some type of road treatment, and 3 of those events involved plowing. Just wanted to update on our snow and ice budget is currently at about approximately $111,000 spent for this year, and that includes restocking our depleted salt shed from last year at the beginning of the season. So there was a bit of an expense there to do that to start out, but we have a full shed right now, and that's where we stand with the snow budget. We're also taking advantage of the current weather we're having, out cutting some drainage easements that we aren't normally able to do this time of year, so that's helpful to us for catching up on some work that we don't normally get to do in the winter. Done a little bit of pothole repair. We haven't had too many problems out there that we're aware of, other than there's one trench on Locust Street that's part of a sewer project that had some issues that we've had the contractor responsible come in and respond a couple of times to correct that. He's going to do more permanent repairs in the spring. They had a deep manhole that they installed in one area, and it seems to be the only place they're having any problems. The new equipment that we purchased through Capital last year or earlier this year, the front end loader is working out really well for us. That came equipped with a snow plow, and been able to take advantage of that extra equipment, and also a small dump truck that we added to Route 104 to add to the plowing force out on that road. So we appreciate that. Things are going well there. We have a drainage repair going on right now on Temmie Road. We had a cave-in on an easement in between a couple of residential properties. We felt that we shouldn't wait on that, and we've got a contractor replacing a 36-inch pipe that goes from Temmie Road out into the woods into a drainage outfall. Parks and Grounds, we're currently in cutting the pine grove within Borden Colony to open that up, clean that up in there, doing some litter picking in that area as well. And I know the police have some concerns about, keeping that area open so they have good visibility in there, so we're working on that right now. Lastly, solid waste. The transfer station is open for the next 2 Saturdays, selling stickers, and regular business hours 7 to 4:15 on Saturdays. And we do have a police officer on duty warning people that don't have their stickers to get out and purchase a new one. That's about all I have.
Thanks, Ed. Any questions?
Nothing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Have a good one. No appointments this evening, no public hearings. New business, Mrs. Roberts.
Nothing.
Okay, old business.
Nothing.
Town Administrator's report, Mr. Buckner.
For the Director of Planning and Community Development, we will be having interviews of a number of candidates next week, and hopefully we'll have a candidate within a month. Transfer station stickers, Ed already covered that, so we'll go on to the FY17 budget. And to let you know, budgets are due February 12th, a week from Friday. Jail cells, senior center roof I covered last week. We did receive the MEMA reimbursement for last year's blizzard in the amount of $50,390, and that goes into the general fund. TIF committee met tonight to reorganize, and with a possible proposal coming in shortly. Mr. Pacheco wanted to reorganize and get ready for that. Dedication of town report, we do need to have a candidate put forward by next Tuesday if possible. Upcoming next Selectmen's meeting, Fire Chief Jim Janis. Tomorrow I have a Sursage monthly meeting as well as a Health Insurance Steering Committee meeting at which we will discuss preliminary health insurance rates for FY17, always a hot topic, and Fire Safety Committee next Tuesday at 6:15 PM.
Thank you. Any questions for Randy? Okay. Selectmen's report, Mrs. Roberts.
I have nothing.
Thank you. Correspondence is light this evening. We have correspondence from the Council on Aging writing to lend their support to GATRA's request for expanded service to the Council on Aging from the Mill Street Plaza. Correspondence from Andrick Bodan. He's requesting further extension of his auto license. It currently expires March 1st. Attached, you'll see that I've paid another $2,000 towards my back taxes. Randy, do you have any other background on this? We had implemented the policy a few years ago that permits, licenses, and so forth wouldn't be issued when people owe back taxes unless they've entered into a payment plan. Do they have a payment plan in place?
I believe they are, actually, they don't have one in place, but I know they've had discussions, so if that's a requirement, I will pass that on.
Yeah, my recommendation would be, Mrs. Roberts, if you're amenable to it, is that we would approve a license extension pending a payment plan being put in place to get them current. It looks like they owe $6,000. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry, $7,500.
Motion to accept.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
There you go, Randy.
Very good, thank you.
Correspondence from Topic, the Order of the Preservation of Indian Culture, Preserving Native and Aboriginal Customs. They are looking to use the Rosinas property on the weekend of June 25th for a Native American powwow. It will be their 40th year that their organization will host one, and it's the first time in Raynham. And it will include about 30 vendors depending on space. In the past, I think on these types of requests, we've approved conditionally based on input and approval from both chiefs, if that's okay with you.
Yes, motion to accept.
All right, I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. And we have 3 tag day requests. One from Todd and Swim Team, one from Chair Legacy, and one from Cub Scout Pack 87, and they all have different dates that Randy has highlighted and approved. Do I have a motion?
Motion to accept.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
That is approved. No other correspondence. I just threw that at Randy. No press time this evening. No citizens or community members present this evening. Any emergency business?
Nothing.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Motion to accept and sign the bills warrants.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Good evening.